It's a Carl 2-0 defeat here in the FA Women's National League Cup to AFC Bournemouth. How do you evaluate the 90 minutes today?
Same as all the other games when we've played them. It's always tough, good tough battles. We competed really well. First 4 or 5 efforts on goal were by us, which we need to start taking those chances. But yeah, look, there was again, it's one of those games where there's nothing in it. But when you've got a player like Sophie Quirk, you've always got the edge.
Yeah, it's going on to Sophie Quirk. There's nothing we could have really done about those two goals. Moments of brilliance from her.
It's when you're that quick, I've told the defenders, you've got to stand her up. You've got to go with her. You can't allow her to turn. As soon as she gets a couple of yards and gets the turn on you, you're dead. And it doesn't really matter who you are. I mean, she's a Championship WSL2 player that's not in WSL2, and when you come up against players like that, it's very difficult. Yeah.
You were quite positive in the post-match with the players. You said it was actually a good performance and there were a lot of bright spells. What do you think we sort of needed in those bright spells to really try and get a goal back?
Just a little bit, a little bit of a luck in the box, a little bit of a bounce, some moments of a little bit more intelligence, better levels of communication in and around the box when the ball's coming down on someone. If someone could give her a little bit of information, because there's a couple of times I think we maybe could have took a touch, and we're trying to head the ball home from an unnatural position. But look, they're all little details. As I said, this was a very competitive game again. The first 4 or 5 opportunities were ours. Keeper's made a good save early on from Shan Albury. Ali Hall's hit the bar. We've had a stonewall penalty which the referee's given and then changed his mind, and I still can't work out what that's about. At the Bournemouth bench were laughing their heads off. No one could work out what was going on there. But then the biggest difference between the two teams today, without a doubt, was Sophie Quirk.
You made all 5 substitutes. Do you think they really helped get us back into that game at times?
I don't think we were ever out of the game. There were periods when we switched off and allowed them to dictate the area for about 10 minutes in the first half, and around 15 towards the end when the legs were getting tired. But yeah, there was never a period when we weren't in the game, especially if the penalty's given, which it was before it got taken back. You're 2-1, you've got 20 minutes to go, gives you a lift, and that game's anyone's then. But yeah, I mean, look, it's ifs, buts and maybes. I'm not too disappointed with the performance today. Obviously you want to win games of football, but we've got a good group here, and we're going to be all right.
Finally, we'll be going back onto the league. That'll obviously had a lot of positives today. How much looking forward to having at home next week and knowing you can really test yourself against a third tier side like Bournemouth, who are obviously top of the South League? Yeah,
I mean we've gone toe to toe with Bournemouth all the way through. There's been really small details and moments that have separated us for the last 2 years. But we all know about what their investment brings, and that 5% is what the investment brings you. And that's always, that and a few decisions has always given them a little bit of an edge. But I'm not disappointed with the girls today. There's things we need to look at, things we've got to learn to do better. But that's week in, week out, that's normal. So we go back to the drawing board. If we compete at that intensity and play at those levels, we'll be fine in the league this year.
Thank you for your time, Carl.
Thanks, mate.